Welcome to more Gran Turismo Sports Specialtatin. Today we have Ford F-150 Raptors around Willow Springs, Big Willow. That's about as redneck of a race as you could possibly have, except for Dodge Rams around the Charlotte Roval. But we haven't gotten either of them yet, so we'll just have to wait and see, folks. Especially with the Dodge Rams. Well, now we have Ford F-150s, so that pleases some people. They're not bad. They're better than any Toyota truck, that's for sure. But yeah, good race. Be better than Rams, but not bad. As of now, I'm in the lead because I'm okay at this track. These vehicles in general, luckily they're not all that hard to drive though, just because they're so heavy. There's not that big of a mistake, like margin for error for mistakes or whatever. Like the margin for error is big or whatever, so there's not that big of a chance of a mistake, if that makes any sense. Really, that's the only way you're gonna mess up with these is really how you mess up with any car in particular on this track, or truck, or anything in particular on this track. It just go completely off. And even with these, where they're big, high up trucks, so you don't actually lose too much speed, I mean, still you don't want to go off. Every mile an hour is important, but it's not that big a deal. Kind of, sort of like this race was. I actually completely forgot about this race, I'll be quite honest. Yeah. But, well, I remembered it now because just random, and check, see, good race, battle for the lead already, it stayed clean throughout. That's pretty much what you want in a race. These vehicles, maybe not, but, well, this actual racing, maybe so. Actually been a cleaner race than what I really figured trucks would be, not even necessarily Ford trucks. I mean, probably Ford trucks would be dirtier than Dodge trucks, but just trucks in general, it seems like kind of, in theory, would cause for some chaos, but it's just been as clean of a race as you could really ask for. Us top two are giving each other room, but maybe would cause third place to catch up, kinda. Third place is not necessarily completely out of the hunt, so us two racing side by side might make third in it later, but us two, well, we seem to be clean. Third, we don't know yet. But actually, I broke out to a little bit of a lead, so I can actually run sort of kind of mountain line without worrying too much. Draft is important with these just because they're kind of slow in general. So you're just on the straightaway more, so therefore there's more time to draft. But it's not going to make a huge difference with these. They're not exactly the most aerodynamic things in the world, so I say that though, and I gained like half a second on that straight, and I could do nothing about it. I could try the sweeping strategy, but I mean, Jiminy Cricket, that's a bit overboard. If you have to sweep and forward Raptors, then you may not deserve to be up there. It's one thing to sweep going 190 miles an hour, it's another thing to sweep and you can't even go 120. Yeah, it's not the fastest race. It's relatively easy to drive, so there's not any chaos really, but, well, it's a close race. So, close race for the top two, so that's better than nothing. And as of now, I guess this is sort of kind of something really, is just, it's not really, like, hurting anybody or whatever. Like, everybody stay clean enough where the sportsman separating isn't going down, and, well, it's a truck race, so I mean, even if it wasn't close, that in general would be a win, honestly, for this type of racing. And well, really, it's a win-win, unless the driver in second, well, wants to win. Because, well, all is fine and dandy now, relatively early in the race, but really about the only way you're going to pass in these is on the straight. And even if you do try to pass on the straight, these are so slow in general that I could just counter it and then go to make sure I get the bottom line for the next turn, whatever straight second place drive decides to pass on, and realistically, I would still end up with the better line and get back around again. So, I mean, everybody's clean now, but in order to pass, I'm not sure how you actually pass 100% clean here. I had the lead this whole time, so I didn't really have to worry about passing, so, yeah. But actually, as I say that, I'm being nice because, well, Yeah, that. These are also so big, if they do happen to be a wreck, well, it's going to take both of us out of the race completely. I could see there, even though second place had the inside line there, I could have went down a block, but realistically, even with the inside line, second was still basically full truck length. My own truck itself behind wasn't going to get around either way, and then didn't back out there, would have gotten around anyway, and then I would have just had the inside line for the much bigger turn. So ultimately, that kind of helped both of us. We didn't try that, but well, now it's kind of anybody's guess because draft equals second place will have a chance to catch up. And well, this would be where bumpers are used, and I'm honestly not going to fault it too much because it's kind of obvious. So yeah, this will be where the chaos is. Dan. You know what? I ain't even gonna do that. I've already done that. Let's just enjoy this because I've already done that. And well, this is about to get crazy. I predict a. Actually. Oh, that's too many cricket. That's getting close now. Well, I just barely won. Literally barely. That might have only been my, like, 100th or two. I was honestly expecting draft to be a little bit more OP there, and I would be beating and banging and sweeving and weaving, shucking and ducking, but, well, none of that actually happened. It was literally as clean of a truck race as possibly possible, because, well, there wasn't even really any contact, so, yeah, only a two-car race, truck race, with Ford trucks. But it's about as good of a two-truck race with Ford trucks that could be had, so I guess that's worth a yeehaw. But I want some Dodge Rams at the Charlotte Roll, for Jiminy Cricket's sakes. That would make it really worth a yeehaw, wouldn't it?